But right now, I'm looking at it as if they can achieve it, I can do the same. I don't know how yet, but it's showing up in their reality, meaning it is also possible for me. So I truly hope that the message I'm sharing inspires and motivates you to improve your life. Now let's get to the point. Alright, y'all, welcome back to another episode of To The Point podcast. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Let's talk today about quitting bad habits. And I know the title of the video says 6 bad habits to quit before turning 40. I want to say though, even though if you're 18, 20, 25, 30, whatever, this video will resonate with you because the sooner you start quitting these habits, the better off you'll be. Think of all the people in their late 20s, 30s, or beginning of 40s, unaware of the things they're doing that are setting them up for failure. So consider this video a head start. Alright, so the first habit to quit is partying every weekend. And I put emphasis on every weekend because there is nothing wrong with partying every once in a while. The thing is, when you're young, and especially living like the student life, those are the times that are considered the best times to party. And sometimes it goes with a lot of alcohol and sometimes even drugs for some people. The thing is, being younger, you don't really care or notice the damage that is being done to your body. It's usually when you get older you start having these weird symptoms due to the fact that you've done crazy things when you were younger. And by the way, for the people in the 30s and 40s going to parties every weekend, I don't know how you do it. I know personally I don't have the energy for that. Like, maybe for me it's once every other month or something like that. For me, partying is not a priority. But again, I'm not saying to never go out. I mean, life is short, so you should have fun. But all I'm saying is do what you have to do, but do it in moderation, right? Be smart about the decisions you make and prioritize doing activities that move you towards your goals instead of moving you further away from them. Alright, habit number 2, and that is spending money on bullshit. Listen, with social media on our smartphones, we are basically being bombarded on a daily basis with advertisements, right? Sometimes it can be very difficult to fight a temptation and ignore the things that are being offered to us. I used to be a sucker for this myself until I started asking myself, do I want this or do I really need this? And if I need it, is it an emergency or is it something that I can buy later or save up for? And if the answer is it can wait, then it has to wait. Basically, it comes down to this. If it's not food or something you need right away to stay alive, you don't really need it, you just want it. And I can guarantee you that usually if you put that purchase off, usually the urge to buy disappears. The thing is, these marketeers, people who are making these ads, they are specialized in triggering a certain feeling in us, right? People don't buy the stuff, they buy the feeling they think they get from that stuff, right? From those products. What I usually do is, besides asking myself the question whether I need it or want it, is I put it on my favorites list or in my shopping cart and I just leave it there for a couple of days, sometimes even weeks. And the majority of the time I actually forget about it. That's when I also know that it's not a necessity, it's just something that I want. So again, don't be fooled by these advertisers, because this is exactly what they're trying to do, right? They're trying to make you feel something and make you think and believe that you want that product. So I was reading this book a couple of months back, and it was called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. And in one of the chapters, he was talking about how every dollar you spend today costs you nearly $5 in 20 years. Meaning, every dollar you spend today will be worth 5 times more in about 20 years. And that doesn't sound as much, but trust me, it is. For example, let's say you buy this lip balm right here, right? This costs here in the Netherlands, this is about $4. In 20 years, this will be $20. I mean, I have to say that I am addicted to lip balm, but is it really worth $20? Think about that every time you decide or every time you feel like you have to spend your money, because basically it's like every dollar you spend, it's like you're taking $5 out of your future pocket. So again, before giving away your money, ask yourself the question that what it is you want to pay for that thing you think you want. In 20 years, is it worth 5 times the amount it is right now? If not, and usually it is not, keep the money in your wallet and save some for rainy days. Habit number 3 to quit, that is staying too long in toxic relationships and work environments. Now, when I talk about relationships, I'm not only talking about romantic relationships. I am also talking about friendships and relationships with family. Look, if you know that your significant other is not right for you, meaning being abusive, addicted to substances, not having the same values and goals as you have, it might be time to reconsider that relationship. By the way, not having the same values and goals does not make the other person a bad person. It just might mean that you are not really compatible. So in some cases, that means you have to let them go. Otherwise, you will be settling, and that will not make you happy in the long run. And it will not benefit the other person either. And when it comes to friendships, the older I get, you realize, at least I hope you do, because I know I do, you need to surround yourself with people who have good intentions for you, right? Nobody's perfect, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who are positive, people who are willing to build with you, like starting businesses, increasing your wealth, instead of only going out and party every weekend, right? Those are not your friends. Yeah, they're your party friends, but they will not help you accomplish anything. They will not help you to become a better version. And if you're joining them, you're not making them become a better version of themselves either. And these people should also believe in your goals and ambitions. I mean, of course, you should believe in yourself by yourself, but it's nice and it makes life more pleasant if you're surrounded with people who are believing in you, right? Especially on the days you don't feel like believing in yourself, because this can definitely help you reach your goals faster. Sometimes this comes down to letting people go. It doesn't matter if you know someone 10 years from high school, right? Or kindergarten. Sometimes it just means you grow apart, and it doesn't make neither of you bad people. It just means that the time has come for you to go your separate way, and that's totally fine. It being fine doesn't mean that it's not difficult, because it can be scary starting over with relationship, friendships, a job, but sometimes that's necessary, right? Because staying in your comfort zone just because you know someone for 10 years is not a guarantee that that relationship you have is healthy. So you need to definitely get rid of everyone who is not good for you, and don't ever apologize for it. When it comes to a toxic workplace, unfortunately, something that I've experienced different times, it drains your soul, it drains your energy, it makes you burn out. And I know we need our paycheck, but why would you live and keep living a comfortable life because your paycheck comes in every month, which only helps you to get by the way. It's enough to pay the necessities, right? It's enough to survive, but it's not enough to make you really enjoy life. There's nothing worse than being surrounded by people who, like I said before, have a negative impact on you. So if you are in a negative work environment, get out as soon as possible. Meaning find another job, start something for yourself. And if you think this is all full of risk, I understand, because you need your paycheck, right? But the best way to do this is to slowly transition from working for a boss to being self-employed. That way you don't have to worry about the income, about paying your bills. So make a well-calculated decision. Don't just quit without financial resources, but the sooner you leave, the better. And this comes back down to the second habit I was talking about, and that is save money for a rainy day. Don't spend your money on bullshit. Because all those dollars you can put aside to help you accomplish your goal or make you have a buffer, the sooner you're able to leave a toxic workspace. And it might even give you some months to basically take some rest before you start working somewhere else. One last important thing about habit number 3 is that the toxicity does not only refer to other people or workplaces, but it also refers to us, right? When I use the word toxic, I don't only mean abuse or the behavior from other people or work environments. I also mean our own behavior. It is always important to reflect on your own behavior, on what you're contributing to certain situations. If you find that you keep repeating the same situations, it might be time to do an audit on your behavior. Look at your own toxic traits. Those could be something like people-pleasing, not setting proper boundaries, etc. All these things can come from childhood experiences or other things that have happened in your past when you were younger. So find a therapist if needed and address these issues. Because we need to be aware of the fact that it's not always someone else. Sometimes it's our own toxic behavior that makes us get into these toxic situations, right? Getting therapy helps you to stop standing in your own way and also stop standing in your way of having a healthy relationship with others and with yourself, which is the most important in the end. Alright, habit number 4, taking your health for granted. Something that I will always talk about in my videos, depending on the topic of course, but fitness and nutrition should be something you should definitely pay attention to. Just go out, have fun, have a drink here and there, but make sure you prioritize eating as healthy as possible and exercise. You only have one body, and the last thing you want is to have a doctor telling you only have 4 months to live or you have a disease that cannot be reversed. Prevention is better than cure. And prioritize exercising, and not only exercising as in going to the gym and lifting weights, but also work on your cardio and flexibility. Something that I've been doing lately more often is stretching. Look, it's not normal being, right now I'm 34, almost 35. It's not normal being 34 and dealing with constant back pains, right? I've had this since I was, I think, age 7. This is not an excuse to be unflexible, right? By stretching on a regular basis, at least, pretty much actually every day, but for some people that's maybe a little bit too much. I should say at least 4 times a week. It should help to be more flexible. So prioritize stretching, lifting, cardiovascular activities, and your nutrition. So I said health and fitness, but also don't forget your mental health. Like I said before, therapy, if needed, please do that, prioritize that. You will thank yourself later. Usually we neglect the mental part because that is something you cannot see, right? You usually see your body and you want to be in good shape and look good for the ladies or the guys. The thing is, if you're in shape physically and you're out of shape mentally, you're not going to have a good time. And also the other way around. Usually though, if you're in a great place mentally, you will start doing things a person who loves him or herself will do. Meaning taking care of your health, finances, relationships, etc. So prioritize your health, your body, and your mind will thank you later. Alright, let's move into the 5th habit to quit. And that is procrastination. And I kind of have to laugh a little bit because I've been putting this video off for at least a month. Why? It's crazy how your mind can play tricks on you, telling you can't do something. I'm 50 videos in, and almost every time I still have struggles with turning on the camera and recording myself. It's this crazy thing this crazy trick my mind plays on me. But here we are. I don't feel it yet, but I'm pretty sure that when I'm done recording this, I'm so proud of myself. Anyway, procrastinating. The thing is, the majority of us thinks we have forever. And I'm here to tell you that you don't, alright? And maybe you're already aware of that, but sometimes you have to be reminded. To be honest with you, every time I hear like someone passed away, whether it's someone close or even if it's a celebrity, I get this sense of urge that I have to start doing more things more frequent because you never know when it's over, right? Anyway, the point of me saying this is this: you don't have forever. And I've said this in different videos. You never know when your time is up. I do believe though, if something is important to you, even though you're scared, you will always find a way to do it anyway. Usually we're scared of judgment or failure. But did you know that fear of success is also a real thing? The thing is, people don't really fear the success. They fear the consequences that come with success, such as the judgment of other people, seeing them shine, or maybe that they are afraid that they have to sacrifice some things to keep that success going. So if you're regularly putting things off, there is usually a greater reason for that. Something that is hidden in your belief system, for example. Whatever the reason for your procrastination is, to change it, if you want it to change, of course, you need to find out what it is. And to find out what it is, you need to be aware of the fact that you want something to change, right? Because change starts with awareness of something isn't going the way I want to. It's time to get different results. Anyway, this is a whole topic on itself, so I think I'm going to make a video about this in the future. And I'm gonna be honest, it takes some time usually to get to that core problem, like get to the core reason. But what I'm saying is, it starts with awareness, right? Once you become aware of the thing you want to change, then you can start finding reasons why you're doing it and why you want it to change. And once you start doing the opposite of what you're doing now, eventually you will see results. Alright, habit number 6, last but not least, comparing yourself to other people. Another topic that keeps coming back because nowadays in this society, this happens a lot due to, for example, social media. I said it before, you should only look at other people or compare yourself with other people to propel you forward. Don't use it as a reason to feel bad about your life, about what you have not accomplished yet. I used to be guilty of this myself, right? I used to look at other people like with a Lamborghini, not even a Lamborghini, I don't give a damn about Lamborghini. A Range Rover, it's my dream car by the way. Looking at them and saying, oh my god, I can never afford that. But right now, I'm looking at it as if they can achieve it, I can do the same. I don't know how yet, but it's showing up in their reality, meaning it is also possible for me. And you can do this, you can apply this to everything you want in life. The thing is, everyone is on their own timeline, right? It's easy to compare yourself to that other person's perfect life. But the funny thing about all this is, when someone turns on a camera, right, and record their life, usually they're only showing you the things that are going well. They're not showing you the days they wake up feeling depressed, or when someone passes away, or when they lose $100,000, they only show you what they want you to see. So don't be fooled by thinking that everyone's life is going perfect, because that's not true. It's not reality. Maybe you want to get married. That person got married at 25. It seems like he or she is happy, but you don't know what is going on behind closed doors. They might be in a very, very awful marriage. And a couple of years from now, they might be going through a divorce, right? We don't know what we think we know. We only know what people want us to see. So again, don't be fooled. Just strive to become a better version of the person you were yesterday, right? Cliché, I know, but it's the truth. By focusing on you, you will reach your goals faster. And use other people's accomplishments as motivation to move you forward. And use it as inspiration for what's possible for you. So keep your eyes on the prize, and that's you. So in conclusion, stop partying every weekend. Stop spending money on bullshit. Save some money for rainy days. Let go of toxic relationships, friendships, whatever ships, because staying for too long will not benefit you in the long run. Stop taking your health for granted. Prioritize fitness, nutrition, and mental health. Stop procrastinating and take action today, because you don't have forever. And last but not least, stop comparing yourself to other people. Use their accomplishments as motivation and inspiration for what's possible for you. So, that was the video for today. I really hope you found value. If so, leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what habits you're going to quit so you can reach your goals much faster. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another one.